Okay, so get this. I'm getting ready for this event, and, well, it's called Birmingham Social Creatives.
Hmm.
And it's got me thinking, it's like they're calling it a mixer, all about content creation
Right.
and collaboration, but it seems like it's way more than just, the typical networking thing.
Yeah, that's what caught my eye too when I saw the announcement.
Yeah.
It really seemed to emphasize connecting with other creatives
Uh-huh.
to actually work on projects together. It's almost like, a matchmaking service for creative minds.
Totally. And you know what else? The range of people they're expecting is pretty fascinating.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so they're talking about business owners, marketers,
Mhm.
and get this, AI beginners.
Wow.
I'm already, like, picturing this super interesting mix of people,
Yeah.
Practical experience, meaning like the cutting-edge tech world.
That's such a smart move on the organizer's part.
Yeah.
Because it's not just about getting people in the same room, right? It's about intentionally sparking those what-if moments between folks who might not normally cross paths. You bridge that gap between,
Yeah.
traditional content creation and the potential of AI. I feel like that's where the real magic could happen.
Okay, so let's break down this agenda a little bit.
Okay.
So we've got the usual welcome and intros, of course.
Right.
But then things get a little more interesting
Yeah.
with a content presentation that they're promising is all about, well,
Oh, okay.
sparking creativity and hands-on collaboration.
Hmm.
So instead of just listening to someone talk at you, it sounds like you're going to be in the trenches,
Mm-hmm.
creating and collaborating in real time.
Exactly. And the fact that they're encouraging everyone to bring laptops or tablets,
Yeah.
I mean, that speaks volumes. It's so often we talk about collaboration in this abstract way,
Yeah.
but here it feels very tangible, very practical.
Wow.
Like imagine like a group of people huddled around a laptop using AI tools to brainstorm a marketing campaign or co-create a piece of content. That's hands-on collaboration in action.
Now, here's a detail that I just love.
Okay.
The event is hosted by Xenogram, a digital marketing agency, and it's located right across from a comedy club.
Oh, wow.
Free parking, too, which is always a win in my book.
Right.
But joking aside, this location got me thinking. It's almost like they're subtly hinting that creativity often comes from unexpected places.
Yeah.
From stepping outside your comfort zone, even from a good laugh.
I love that you picked up on that.
Yeah.
It's so true. And this whole event speaks to a bigger shift that's happening in the creative world.
Yep.
We're moving beyond the myth of the solitary creative genius right now.
Right.
And embracing the power of collective creativity. This event, with its focus on diverse participants and hands-on collaboration, it's like a microcosm of that larger trend.
It's like they're saying, hey, let's break down these silos, bring different minds together.
Yes.
And see what kind of amazing things we can create.
Right. And that's where the AI element becomes so interesting. You mentioned AI beginners earlier.
Yeah.
And I think this event could be a fantastic opportunity for people to dip their toes into the world of AI in a really supportive and collaborative environment.
Yeah.
Think about it. You could have seasoned marketers learning from tech enthusiasts or writers discovering how AI tools can enhance their storytelling.
Yeah.
The possibilities are kind of endless.
Okay, so let's zoom out for a second.
Okay.
And connect this back to you, the listener.
Okay.
Why should you care about all of this? Even if you're not in Birmingham, or even particularly interested in this specific event.
Because the principles at play here apply to everyone. No matter what kind of creative work you do or where you're located.
Right.
The key takeaway here is the power of seeking out collaborations and embracing diverse perspectives.
That's it.
Think about your own creative endeavors. What could you achieve by connecting with people outside your usual circle?
Right. Maybe you're a musician who could benefit from collaborating with a visual artist.
Right.
To create a truly immersive experience for your next album release.
Exactly.
Or maybe you're a writer who's hit a wall and needs the fresh perspective of a filmmaker to unlock a new storyline.
It's amazing what can happen when you open yourself up to that kind of cross-pollination of ideas. And, this event in Birmingham is a great reminder that sometimes the most innovative ideas come from the most unexpected sources.
Exactly. And it doesn't have to be this big formal event.
Right.
It could be joining an online community.
Yes.
Attending a local workshop. Or even just reaching out to someone whose work you admire and asking for, like, a virtual coffee chat.
I think that's such a crucial point.
Yeah,
Collaboration doesn't have to be limited by geography
right.
or even by specific events. It's a mindset, a willingness to step outside your comfort zone and embrace the magic that happens when different minds collide.
All right, so we've talked about this Birmingham Social Creatives event, the unique blend of people they're expecting,
Yeah.
the emphasis on hands-on collaboration, what this all means for you, the listener. But I want to circle back to one thing that's really got me curious, that content presentation.
Okay.
What do you think they have in store for us there?
That's the million-dollar question. I'm really intrigued by the language they used in the announcement, sparking creativity and hands-on collaboration. I have a feeling it's not going to be your typical PowerPoint presentation.
Oh, I agree. I'm picturing something much more interactive
Yes.
and engaging. Maybe they'll have some group brainstorming activities or even some mini challenges
Right.
where people can get their hands dirty and experiment with different content creation techniques.
Yes.
Maybe even using some AI tools.
Right. It's
Yeah.
like a playground for creative minds.
Yeah.
And, this might be where those AI beginners really get to shine. Imagine them teaming up with experienced marketers or content creators
Right.
to explore the potential of AI in a really practical way.
Okay. I'm officially hooked. I can't wait to see what they have planned for this presentation.
Me too.
And, this whole conversation has got me thinking, what if this event isn't just about creating content, but about creating connections that could lead to something even bigger?
Okay.
What if this is where the next big creative movement starts?
That's a really interesting thought.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be the first time that a seemingly small local event sparked a global movement.
Right.
There's something about bringing together passionate, creative people that has the potential to ignite something truly extraordinary.
All right, so let's quickly recap what we know about this event so far. It's called Birmingham Social Creatives Content Creation and Collaboration Mixer. It's happening on October 2nd
Okay.
from 4 to 5:30 p.m. at the Xenogram Digital Marketing Agency, which, I might add, is right across from a comedy club.
And don't forget, there's free parking, so no excuses. Just bring your creative energy,
Yes.
an open mind, and maybe your laptop or tablet if you want to get hands-on.
I love it. Okay, so now that we've set the stage and, piqued your curiosity, let's dive a little deeper into the world of collaboration
Okay.
and explore why it's becoming such a driving force in the creative landscape.
Sounds good. It's fascinating, to think about how collaboration has changed over time.
Yeah.
Like, in the past, it was often seen as just a necessity,
Yeah.
a way to pool resources or divide up the labor. But today, it's so much more than that.
Right.
It's about, bringing together all these different perspectives,
Yeah.
different skills, different ways of thinking.
Totally. And,
Yeah.
in a world that's, constantly changing, right?
Right.
And becoming more and more interconnected. Collaboration isn't just a nice to have, it's essential.
It really is.
But, it's not always easy.
No, it's not.
What are some of the challenges you've seen when it comes to collaboration?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
I think one of the biggest hurdles is finding the right partners.
Yeah.
People who not only have the skills and expertise you need, but who also get your vision and share your values.
Right. It's like putting together a puzzle.
Exactly.
You need all the right pieces to fit together
You got it.
seamlessly.
It's like finding your creative soulmates.
It really is. But even when you find those great collaborators,
Yeah.
it's not always easy. Right.
Yeah.
I've definitely been in situations where creative differences,
Yeah.
or just personality clashes have kind of thrown a wrench in the works.
Oh, absolutely. And that's where
Yeah.
good communication and a willingness to compromise are so important.
Right.
Successful collaboration isn't about everyone agreeing all the time.
Uh-huh.
It's about being able to, respectfully disagree and listen to each other's ideas and try to find solutions that work for everyone.
It's like you have to be comfortable with a little bit of creative friction.
A little bit, yeah.
But I think that's where the magic happens.
I think so, too.
When you can take all those different viewpoints, those ideas,
Yeah.
and blend them together to create something totally new and unexpected.
Exactly.
Yeah.
One of the things I find so exciting about collaboration is that it lets you go beyond your own limits.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
when you're working with others, you're constantly being challenged, right?
Right.
To think differently, to see things in new ways, and that can lead to some pretty amazing innovations.
It's like you're expanding your creative horizons, like exponentially.
You are.
And speaking of pushing boundaries, let's talk about technology, especially AI.
Okay.
We keep talking about those AI beginners at this Birmingham event, and I'm really curious to see how that plays out.
Me too. It's funny to think just a few years ago, AI felt like this far off thing, like it was in a movie or something.
Right.
But now it's becoming, more and more accessible
Right.
and integrated into everything we do, even the creative process.
And you know what? I think there's still like a lot of mystery surrounding AI.
Yeah.
Maybe even fear, especially in the creative world. I mean, some people worry that it's going to like take over, right?
Your jobs.
Yeah. Yeah.
Replace human creativity.
Totally. But I think it's actually the opposite.
I agree. I see AI as a tool, a powerful one.
Yeah.
That can help us, be more creative. It can enhance it, not replace it.
Right.
Think about it. It can help us analyze data, come up with ideas, even automate some tasks, which frees up our time and energy to focus on the things that humans do best.
Right, like storytelling, emotional connection,
exactly,
innovative thinking.
Those are the things that are uniquely human.
It's like having a creative sidekick.
I love that.
I was reading this article the other day.
Oh, yeah.
About how AI is being used in music to create like personalized soundtracks.
Wow.
Based on like your mood.
Really?
Or even your biometrics. Imagine listening to music that's like designed to evoke certain emotions or help you focus. It's pretty incredible.
It really is.
And that's just one example.
Yeah.
I mean, AI is being used to create art, to write, to even choreograph dances.
Yeah, the possibilities are pretty much endless.
Okay, so we've talked about collaboration, the challenges, the rewards, and how technology, especially AI, is changing things up in the creative world.
It is.
But let's bring it back to the listener for a second.
Okay.
What are some like practical things people can do to, embrace collaboration, and maybe even try out some of these AI tools?
That's a great question. I think the first step is just being open to the idea of collaboration.
Okay.
Challenge yourself to get out of your comfort zone. Yeah.
And connect with people who are different from you, who see the world differently, who have different skills.
Diversify your creative ecosystem, right?
Exactly.
But, okay, let's say you found those collaborators. What's next?
Well, then communication becomes really important.
Right.
It's good to define everyone's roles, responsibilities, establish a shared vision for the project, and be open to feedback, like even criticism, as long as it's constructive.
Yeah.
And don't be afraid to experiment,
Yeah.
Try different approaches, different tools, different ways of working together. You never know what's going to spark that next great idea.
Right, exactly. And what's so cool about this whole collaboration thing, it's like you're creating this like positive feedback loop, where you're feeding off of each other's energy, each other's ideas, and the end result is something that's like way more than the sum of its parts. Absolutely. Like that saying, two heads are better than one, but
exactly.
It's even more than that here. It's like all these minds coming together to make something amazing.
And that brings us back to this Birmingham event.
Yeah.
Even if someone can't physically be there.
Right.
I still think there's a lot we can all learn from it. Like the idea of really making an effort to find those collaborations, to see things from different perspectives.
Absolutely.
And to try out all those new tools and technologies.
It's like a blueprint
Yeah.
for unlocking a whole new level of creativity.
Okay.
Doesn't matter where you are or what you do.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, I want to leave you with a little challenge.
All right, I like it.
Think about what you do, your own creative process, and ask yourself, where could you use some collaboration?
Right, like maybe it's finding someone to write with.
Yeah, or writing.
Or an artist to help design something.
To bring your vision to life.
Or just finding a community of other creatives.
The possibilities are, endless. So what are you waiting for?
Right.
Go find your creative tribe.
And remember, it's not just about creating new stuff.
Right.
It's about making connections, building relationships.
Yeah.
And just seeing the world in new ways.
Beautifully said. And hey, if anyone's in Birmingham on October 2nd.
Yes.
Check out the Birmingham Social Creatives event.
Content creation and collaboration mixer, that's right.
It's from 4 to 5:30 p.m. at the Xenogram Digital Marketing Agency.
Okay.
In Hoover, Alabama.
It's right across from that comedy club.
Mm-hmm. With plenty of free parking.
Always a bonus.
It sounds like it's going to be awesome.
I think so.
Full of inspiration and, maybe even some laughs.
Who knows? Maybe we'll see you there.
Oh. And that's a wrap on this deep dive. Until next time, stay curious, keep creating, and most importantly, collaborate.